Hey guys, it's Willie from Suerte.com. Welcome back. Today I just want to go through something with you guys. I had a really bad day, well actually a bad week in the markets recently, so I had to do a sort of like an emergency like a appraisal of my portfolio. It was just really bad. I was just like stomping my feet, screaming and cursing like a madman, and just like I- like I felt like really violent, but it wasn't against any one like person or group or anything. It was just like the markets were just like so frustrating to trade. So I had to do sort of like a I guess like emergency, like kind of like a roundup of like my positions. Because unfortunately I did get stopped out. Even though like in a previous video I said, oh, probably isn't so bad. Um, I think like technically, right now we're probably in a depending on what you own, you're probably already in a correction or pretty close to it. And when I say correction, I mean about like 10% or so. But I think it might feel worse depending on what you hold. Like for example, if you have some maybe like some former high flyers like Tesla or any of the ARK investments or maybe some marijuana stocks or whatever. I think you might be feeling some pain along with me. But it's like something interesting, I guess when I was going through my portfolio, normally I try to do this at like the maybe at like the end of the month. And then like kind of like in the beginning of March, like the markets look kind of look kind of iffy. But I thought, oh, maybe it was just like a minor blip. I didn't think it would be. It's not the end of the world, but it feels pretty bad. And and like it might not be just a correction. It could be maybe a start of a bear market. But I wasn't expecting it so soon. But anyway, I guess like what I wanted to bring up is Bitcoin and some other cryptocurrencies. They're down too, but they're not as down as some stocks, which I thought was pretty interesting. This is a little different from March 2020. March 2021, Bitcoin is a lot stronger now, and stocks they're it looked like they were trying to fight back, but it was like some of the I guess relief rallies, if I can even call it that, like they look pretty weak, and they're looking like they're depending on what you're looking at, they look like they're trying to make or trying to fight back to like at least like maybe break even, depending on when you like, especially if you bought recently. So it looks like it's making like lower highs. So I thought it might be interesting to kind of show you why I think it might be good to look at things in terms of Bitcoin. In the past, like I used to evaluate my performance just based on US dollars, and then I thought, oh, maybe I should also look at things in terms of gold. This is from kind of like advice from like an older trader, so he's been around the block. But I think I want to kind of update this for myself. I think I should also look at things in terms of Bitcoin as well. I guess a lot of people are now looking like kind of coming around to Bitcoin, including myself. Where, you know what? Like maybe Bitcoin is a little weird for some people still, and it's a little difficult to get their hands around. But if Bitcoin is really like kind of like the new version of gold, where it could be like an alternative, maybe like a digital asset that's not in the hands of well, so far like in the hands of government around the world, it could be a interesting diversifier. So let's take a look at like my platform kind of to show you what I'm looking at, and then also like I'll do like a brief like a kind of like overview of what I generally do, because I think it might be easier just to see on like a from a platform, and then also on like a spreadsheet somewhere that maybe you guys can also kind of build for yourself, so that you can kind of evaluate like different asset classes. So hey, let's head over to my platform. See. Okay, so I just want to show you kind of like the monthly chart of some of the things that I look at to evaluate my performance. Some people like to use the SPY, because that's like what usually people refer to as the market, to maybe evaluate the performance. If you want, some people can also use the the triple Qs, because that has like a more tech heavy, um, I guess, like slant to it. But I guess, and then also there's also gold, which I also used to use to benchmark um my performance. That's basically like an older trader that suggested that, because at the time, gold was sort of like the global money, and you can use that to kind of like to bring apples to apples comparisons across different countries. But it looks like in recent years, Bitcoin has sort of like started taking on more of that role. Um, as you can see, like Bitcoin has like been going up like kind of steadily. The past few months, like it looks like there's like some selling pressure to maybe kind of keep like the price kind of in check. Um, I guess that's okay. I guess if you're a buyer, like this actually helps you out a lot. Um, I mean, but I guess like even at 50,000, it's not cheap. But I mean that could be an indicator that like the dollar, especially if you're living in the United States, like well, actually anywhere in the world, fiat currencies are you know unfortunately being printed at a much faster rate than a lot of, well, I guess like the marketplace will like, and Bitcoin is kind of sort of reflecting that. And I'm really surprised at what like gold, like the past year, it looks like it was going up, and then and I guess I think it might be true that there's a theory that like gold is maybe either a combination of it's being artificially kept down by us, I guess maybe like central banks or other big actors in the marketplace, but Bitcoin's a little so far is a little bit harder to kind of suppress. But well, who knows? I guess at the end of the day, like we gotta let the market kind of tell us what the direction is. So I guess I want to go over that in order to evaluate my performance. Like usually at the end of the month, I use like the closing prices to kind of like gauge my own performance. Um, and then in the spreadsheet coming up, I'll show you like the how you basically track like at the end of each month, like take the closing price, just as an example. Um, and for and like I said, I used to use gold to sort of like as my denominator to kind of like to strip down like my performance in terms of gold. But now I think Bitcoin might be helpful also as well to sort of like gauge my performance. But in terms of Bitcoin, because I guess that'll be like sort of like another alternative uh, digital asset, or I guess maybe like a reserve asset um, that you can kind of compare. I guess like performance across like different countries. So that's just my take on it. Um, and I guess maybe tomorrow I'll also talk more about I guess like the recent like price action. Like if you look at on the daily charts, things look really ugly. But we'll give you I'll give you kind of like more my take on it, like in the next video, because I mean it looks really bad on the I guess like the more tech oriented names. And gold surprisingly is also looking pretty bad, and Bitcoin looks okay. But again, I guess I'll go over it tomorrow. So what I did was I jotted down the closing prices just for uh January and February, just to do a quick calculation, because obviously March isn't over yet by the time you watch this. So let's let me flip back over to like the spreadsheet. I don't know, like a tropical location or something, like someone really nice. I think it's helpful to think internationally because like I guess um this isn't just for like maybe Americans because I guess I guess like we tend to think in terms of U.S. dollars. And but then it's a big world out there, and there's a lot of things that happen outside the U.S. And there could be like potentially places that are more suited for you, whether it's like culture or like food or whatever that it is that you're into. So I guess it always helps to kind of keep maybe like things to kind of like a standard. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I guess like things that like if you just like keep things like locked on like one location, like it might not. It's like a matter of perspective. It doesn't like you might not be seeing like the whole picture. Um, let's look for example. Like if you look at on the surface, like on stock performance, if you had like uh like the for like if you had 100 shares of SPY and you went from 37,000 to 38,000, that's not bad. Gold has took a bit of a beating. Bitcoin went up. Um, I'm just curious what the performance is, so I'm just gonna do uh, new minus old minus one. Oh, actually, maybe I should do one minus this. Oh, wait a minute. I think I'm sorry about that, guys. Trying to get too fancy with my math here. So it's 2.7%, um, 2.78%. So it's not bad. And then if you go to gold, lost a little bit of money. Bitcoin did well. That like shot up 31%. But here's where it gets interesting. So just by eyeballing things, it looks like in terms of gold, it looks like you did well. Like you went up 10%. Um, but like when you here's like the thing that kind of shocked me, and that's why I'm also pricing things on like looking at things in terms of Bitcoin. Man, like even though on the surface it looks like I did well in my portfolio, I guess like in the grand scheme of things, like in terms of Bitcoin, like man, I stink. Like it's pretty embarrassing. And especially like like at the end of February, like the like early part of March, like things started to get rocky. Like even if you're not like a big technical guy or like a big or maybe you're not like the best at like the fundamentals. It's good to kind of keep track of your performance, like in general, but then also like how you want to measure things. So, like based on kind of like my old method of where like I used to look at things in terms of goal, I thought, oh, okay, I think I'm doing okay. Because I guess like when I was growing up and I was learning about trading and investing, gold was sort of like there wasn't any like Bitcoin wasn't really around back then, and then it's only been around I guess like since I guess like the at the end of like the last financial crisis. So I think I want to say like 2009. Forgive me if I'm wrong. And then like around 2013, that's when like Bitcoin was starting to get kind of interesting. Um, I read about it, but then there wasn't really like a kind of like a safe way for me to kind of get some Bitcoin. But anyway, um, I mean even in 2021, like the price performance isn't bad at all. I mean, I mean, where else am I gonna get 30% in a month? Um, and that's why I think maybe in future videos, like I'll probably keep yapping about it. Hopefully, it won't be too annoying. But I mean, this is where like Bitcoin is starting to shine as a diversifier. In March 2020, unfortunately, was like you know wasn't much of a help because it also like tanked. If you go back to let's just go back a year. 2020. Well, actually, you can't see it anyway on my. I guess like the futures don't go far back enough. But I guess like you can kind of like you don't have to take my word for it. What you can do is like you can go to Yahoo Finance. It went their data goes all the way back to like 2014. So when I look back at like my performance back then, like because that's how much data I could get um per month. I was just kind of like sad that like I'm not really that I wasn't really that good in terms of Bitcoin. Like so now I'm really like rethinking why go through all this like hassle of researching like stocks. Um so like from because it takes a lot of time to go through like the fundamentals, like if you look at the 10Q, the 10Ks and etc. Like it's I mean part of me like still enjoys it because like I that's how I mean that's what it was for like so long in my career. And then I thought like you know what, as I'm heading into like a earlier retirement or like a pre-retirement, whatever you want to call it, like semi-retired life, like I kind of want to dedicate more of my life towards like people I care about and like things that I want to do instead of like I mean I still enjoy keeping up with the markets, but the markets are changing now. And you know this is so shocking that like Bitcoin, all you have to do is just buy it and kind of like see what the regulatory environment is in your own country or your jurisdiction. And if things aren't working out for Bitcoin and that in your current situation, you might have to consider going to like a jurisdiction that's like more friendly to it. Because I think as more and more people like start adopting it, you're already seeing like more companies adopt it for either for use or for as like a treasury asset like MicroStrategy. You know, I think there's still time because like like if you look, I mean, just looking at the charts, like Bitcoin, like I guess in the past it could have like taken a big beating, but because so many people are sitting on it now that like they're not really willing to sell. I mean, I think that's pretty interesting just by itself. So, I don't want to make this like too long-winded. And maybe like tomorrow or like the in the next video, I'll talk more about like the recent action in the markets, and I'm kind of like wondering if there's like a maybe like a deeper story behind it. I guess like there's like things being reallocated, and then like for myself, like personally, like when I see like stuff like this, like in my own portfolio, where man, in terms of Bitcoin, like my stocks, like it's just terrible. It's just lousy performance. I mean, this is like a bear market in terms of Bitcoin performance. So that was really like a an unfortunate eye opener. But I think for me, like it's not too late, and it's probably not too late for you guys as well. So hopefully you guys found this interesting, like in terms of like measuring your performance. And if you guys want more like these type of videos, like please let me know in the comment section. And then if you could give this video a like and subscribe, that would really be great. I would really appreciate it. Not just, I mean, not from a financial perspective, but I guess it's just from like a. I guess I just want to know like if people are actually watching this or like if you're actually able to use this in your own personal uh like like trading or just like investing. Like I want my viewers to do well to do well. I mean, it doesn't make sense if I'm just hogging like all the information for myself and I'm the only one benefiting. I want more like as many people to benefit as well. So yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next videos. Thank you for watching.